Hola, ¿cómo están, mis compañeros? You'll see this placard laid by the most worshipful Grand Lodge AF and AM of Colorado, December 5th, AD 2003, AL 6003, 4,000 years into the future. Built by the people of Larimer County. That's because for a stonemason, for a mason, they're not bricklayers. They don't do the backbreaking work. They're the ones that lay out the patterns. They consider themselves slavers. They are the whip crackers of every single society. And that's my belief, my intense belief. Here you can see we're outside of the Laramie County Courthouse office building. And that is the plaque that we were just looking at right there. And this building, for a city of this size, is just opulent. It's so opulent. The absolute opulence of this building it's a very beautiful building. I don't know if it's 4 or 5 or 6 stories. 4 or 5 maybe. But I just find it to be such a breathtaking building. It's 200 West Oak. This is Oak going right here. We have Mason Street and Howie. We have Howie. The Masonic Lodge is right there. The Hellenistic Masonic Lodge. And this is a large tower building. And as I did point earlier, that's Mason Street. That church down there is also, I believe, been laid by, but I don't think so actually, now that I've double think. Take that back. That church is just very close by. The Masonic temple is right here, which is very interesting considering the size of it. Considering the size of the Masonic temple. Right here you have these businesses. And what's interesting about these businesses across the street, across from Mason Street, is they all use that same fist. They all try to use that same fist logo. You know how they love to breed order out of chaos, profit out of chaos. The temple is massive. And the last coincidence, as we're walking up to the temple, the Masonic temple, which is, it's larger than the closest church. It has a giant bank building right next to it, as well as, this is a real estate / apartment building off of Howie. And then that's a high-end apartment building at the corner. I do not want to disappear, so I am very concerned about those things. But just so you get the layout, we have the Masonic Lodge, the courthouse, we have these bank buildings, we have Mason Street right here with the Democrat headquarters at 606 Mason Street. And just the last little tidbit of factoidal information, that just facts that I'm just stating sheer facts. The last little bit is this ram depicted at the corner of Oak and Howe. And you can see right there, that's the temple. You can see the columns in the front to represent the Hellenistic style. And you can see this ram right here. It's shocking. I was driving by here yesterday, Saturday, and they had some sort of event going on. I just find it so strange how, imagine if the Baptist church, the local Baptist church, also built the courthouse. I guess it is like that in some, maybe it was like that before, I'm not sure. It just seems like that's a courthouse, it's a temple to slavery. I feel as if the Masonic order is the order of slavery. The Masonic order were the architects that cracked the whip for the Hebrew Israelites. The Masonic order were the Dixiecrats that fought against the civil rights legislation. The Masonic order was the Confederacy. I feel as if the Masonic Order's grand goal is human slavery. I hope that people can understand where I'm coming from, because it seems as if they're not bound by color or nationality. There's an ideological test. And for me, I believe that ideological test is they subjugate themselves in front of some senior citizen grandmaster, but in return, they demand opportunities for people to subjugate themselves in front of them. The reason they get on their knees is because they want people to get on their knees in front of them. And I feel as if the Masonic Order is attempting to enslave all free men, and has been doing so for as long as they have been cracking the whip. When they talk about being a Mason, they're not talking about being a bricklayer. They're talking about being an architect, the grand architect. These guys are simp AF, disgusting AF. They are a bunch of doodle bugs. They need to get squished.